Previously on James and Sunda.
Sunda was there telling everybody my business.
I wasn't telling everybody his business. He has a...
I was so angry.
He was so angry. He was so angry. Kill you. He wanted to kill me because I said to him, this is wine, because I thought he couldn't see because he has serous retinopathy.
I have central serous retinopathy, but apparently that's not why I'm going blind. It's something worse.
It's something worse. It's something worse. And I wasn't telling everybody he was going blind. I just said, I didn't know if you could see this. I said, this is wine. He goes, I can see it. And he got very, very hostile towards me. You're right, Jack. You're making fun of me. I do your nail. I don't charge you nothing. Okay, Polly, where is it? Bring it on. Bring it on. You pay now.
When that whip was hitting me, it was horrible. The pain was horrible. It was just like an enormous, tremendous, at times unbearable amount of pain, and yet I didn't want her to stop.
I want to get him really good the next time. And the next time I get him, I'm gonna make sure he have nothing on. He gonna come out the shower. I will be there. Are you ready? Kim. You mess with me, you mess with the wrong one. Take that, Dr. James.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the big show.
It is a big show. Should I return this? I've been thinking. I don't know. Should I return this or should I keep this dress? Can somebody tell me, should I return it?
What do you guys think? After she
should I keep it? Or should I do the right thing?
Are you going to wear it again?
No.
Send it back.
Send it back. I agree. Send it back.
Send it back, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't wait to send it back. I love to do things like that. I want to know what that's like.
Where did you learn that?
Where did I learn that? I learned that in my building. My entire building, they go returning. They don't go shopping. They go returning. It's unbelievable. And I mean, they have bags of stuff they return. You can't return anything because you can't buy anything because you can't make a decision.
I don't buy. I can't shop at all. I have to have committee meetings. I make phone calls.
Yes,
I have to text pictures of all the clothes to people because I am a horrible shopper. I hate it. It's too intense for me.
It's too intense for me.
I don't think I picked any of this out. This tie came from Rachel over there, and this shirt I don't even know. And
this is from your mother.
This is from my mother, and these.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I don't even know whose pants these are.
Well, you know something. The most interesting thing that I think happened today is that James walked into my house like he was in a fight. He got a cold cop.
Bloody.
He was bloody. He was like, "Look at me! Look at me! I cut myself shaving. What am I gonna do?"
It's true.
And it was like, dude.
I was panicking. I was losing my mind. I cut myself shaving. I didn't even like finish getting dressed.
He was staggering.
I just got in the car. I was gonna call an ambulance, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe that's excessive. So I called a cab because I didn't feel like I could drive because it was painful. And I got in the cab, and the cab took me to Sunda's, and they kind of helped me get in, and I went up, and there it was, and she fixed it.
What did I fix it with?
She took out a needle and thread, and she sewed it up.
No, I didn't. I put honey on it.
She put honey on it.
I put honey on it to stop the bleeding, and then he was worried about the makeup, and the makeup artist, our lovely makeup artist, right?
Yeah.
Give it up for our makeup artist.
She said, don't worry. You'll probably get a slight staph infection.
That's it. Not to worry.
So I should start taking
fall.
Are you okay? Don't fall.
No, I'm not.
Don't fall. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Are you getting dizzy?
I'm getting dizzy.
Does anyone have oxygen?
No.
Do you have oxygen?
No, are we? Stop that. That's subliminal. No, we don't need oxygen. We have JLTV. Here's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's
what I'm saying. That was a joke.
Oh, it's comedy.
That was a joke. That was a good one.
So after you put the honey on, I went home and I got dressed and I felt better. I felt relaxed. I took a painkiller because it was horrible.
And then a bunch of bears came after him.
And then a bunch of bears came after me. Because of the honey. You see, it's a comedy show.
You know, I'll tell you comedy.
And then I went back to Sunda's, and all of a sudden she, of course, had to have her own trauma of having hair on her face. It's not going to come off like that, Sunda.
No, dude.
It's going to take more than that to get the hair off your face.
You're just jealous because I can grow a beard and you can't. All right? No, now I go threading. That's what it is. I go treading. That's what they go. And they go.
I used to think you were a rabbi.
I know. And then you realize I was raised Catholic.
Treading. Tell us about treading.
I'll tell you about treading.
Your face is the most hairless it's ever been. Seriously. It's.
How about this side?
That's a little hairy, but no, it's the most. I've never seen such little hair on your face.
You know why? Because you're losing your eyesight.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. He's losing his eyesight, and now he can't see.
It's really.
You got to see the women he's bringing home now. He's bringing home Somalian pirates. Right, they are men.
I'm bringing home men. I think they're women.
I tried to tell you she was a man.
Well,
anyway, the strangest things have happened. I got booked for a show recently. I was so excited. I had learned how to drive an RV, and I was going to go to Big Bear, and we're not going to name names because we might need him on the show. But
you name names.
After I did all this work, it's shop talk, but they should know what I have to do.
They should know.
The guy says, who's a star, whose brother's a bigger star, says, if my cousin doesn't get this job.
It was it was him? I thought it was the other guy who said about the cousin.
No, it was him.
Really?
Indeed. Yes.
Wow.
Says if his cousin can't get the job because he's working at McDonald's.
That is so Hollywood.
That it's a deal breaker. But you know what? I got paid for the job, and I didn't have to go, and that's a Jewish girl.
I feel like you left out
a Jewish girl.
Sentences there and didn't explain the whole thing. Sunda got a job. She was supposed to drive an RV. It was going to be a travel type show.
I had a train.
And one of the stars of the show said Sunda couldn't do the job. He wanted his cousin who was working at McDonald's to drive the RV.
Yeah, because they're like real Italians going across country. Like I wanted to do that.
They canceled you.
It was the last minute, after I was getting the packing list together.
So the real thing is, did he really want to have his cousin on the show, or were they like, this woman can't drive an RV?
No, they never saw me drive the RV. They really wanted the cousin on the show. And I heard interesting things, and I just wish you all the best. If you're watching, that means you're watching me while you're sitting on the bed unemployed. So that's great. That's great. Keep watching.
Can you drive an RV, though?
You're damn right. I can drive it now, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
you should have seen I took it around. Drawers were flying. I broke mirrors. It was great. It was great. That's why I had the job.
How fast did you take it up to?
You can't take it that fast. I took it to 60.
Took it to 60.
It's a lot to take, but I wanted to see if I could make that turn.
Did you make that turn?
Yeah.
Wow.
I picked up my kids from school. I was like total white trash. I had ketchup on my eggs. I was ready.
You picked the kids up from school in the RV?
Yeah.
That would have been something.
Yeah.
Man. That's funny.
Because I was running late. They made me wait, so I was running late, and so that's what happened. So we had these disappointments in life.
So they're dead to you, right? These Italian guys.
The Italian guys are not dead to me. They are so stupid. Let me tell you something. They think they're going to play like stupid characters. They don't even have to act. I'm taking a risk here because they probably know somebody that could bump me off, but they would have to catch me.
They could whack you?
They whack me, please.
These kind of Italians?
These are the kind of Italians that talk about whacking and they never touch anything. Oh, when I do this, you ever see? It's like some of the brothers, yo, come out here.
A lot of Italians feel compelled to have to act like they have some sort of ties to that world.
But what? Who cares about macaroni? I'm from Jersey. You got to do a lot to scare me. That's all I'm saying.
You got to do a lot to scare her.
You got to do a lot more than like talk tough, all right?
You know what scares Sunda?
Bugs.
Eyes.
I don't like eyes. I don't like eyes.
The worst possible thing that could happen to Sunda is me having an eye problem.
Why are you back to I, me? You're a narcissist. Stop it, James. Stop it, stop it, stop.
Scared? You see? Look at this.
Stop. And you know what my daughter does now? She can make one eye straight and the other eye move like this. And she goes,
Wait,
Mommy,
can you just
look.
check us out for a second?
No. Jamie, I will throw up. I will throw up.
And that's good television. Ray, wouldn't that be great?
Ray does not want to be referred to.
Justin Bieber threw up.
Is she pregnant?
Hey!
Love her.
Hello
Listen, just kidding. Not hating on Bieber. Not hating on Bieber.
Miss Bieber.
All right, guys.
We gotta go.
Let's go.
We have a tremendous show.
Started.
Perhaps the best show ever.
Yes.
On Jewish Life TV or on any TV.
That's right.
Any Life TV.
You just go ahead.
All right, we'll be right back. We're gonna take a break. Sunda, ladies and gentlemen. The Sunda and James. We'll be right back.
Coming up. You've seen him in Chuck and Heroes. Young actor Joshua Rush joins us, and I can't wait.
And yet another funeral in the works as my mom declares another relative dead to her. Stick around.
Email us your comments at jamesandsunda@gmail.com.
All right. Our next guest will be starring in the upcoming Fox film Parental Guidance, coming out this December. Please welcome Joshua Rush.
Joshua!
We
were having such a great, heated conversation that you're a Texan originally.
Yeah, I'm a purebred Texan.
La verdad, ¿tú hablas español?
Sí.
Bastante bien, o así, o...
Voy a una escuela de español. Estoy bilingüe.
La verdad, pues yo no soy bilingüe. Yo entiendo más que hablarlo. Pero estoy practicando contigo. Okay.
Es bueno. Es bueno.
¿Es bueno? Es
bueno.
bueno.
Es-
All right. He told me it's bueno for a Jersey girl. That ain't bad, right, Joshua?
I think that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You think I could do? I have a daughter available.
What
who's
did
your
you
age.
guys say?
What were
Because
you
I
saying?
don't speak a word.
He doesn't speak Spanish, and he doesn't appreciate my.
I was just saying that I'm bilingual, bilingual.
Right.
Sorry, I'm still in Spanish mode.
Yeah, I'm gonna expect you to come out like this. Da, 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 da. You gotta stay in Spanish mode. Arriba, arriba, y arriba, arriba, por ti seré.
I don't know that. I don't know La Bamba.
You don't, but you knew it was La
I
Bamba.
knew it was
I
La
do.
Bamba.
That's
You see,
true.
he had no idea.
I knew it was La Bamba, but I don't know what the words are.
No, well, this is the only song he would know. If I was a rich man, da 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 da,
That's
my
a Jew
back.
joke right there, and I
was-
resent that.
You
and I
resent that.
that.
How do you feel? You know something? It's very challenging when you're a kid and people say, wow, you know, don't you want to lead a regular life? And as a kid, you do what you do and you love what you do, and you can tell. You can tell.
I do. I love it so much. It's so much fun.
Right.
I get to leave school early. I mean, that's great.
Well, that's not only great. You go to private school?
No.
Oh, that's even better. See, my kids go to school where I have to pay, so they would love to leave early. But I'm thinking about, like, I have kids who are, like, actors, but I don't let them do it because they're not ready for it. You've got the head for it. You're a professional.
You gotta,
What were you
you
gonna
gotta
say?
start them young.
Oh, my God. Well, I'll tell you, I'll take your number and give it to Tova. But,
What I find fascinating, Joshua, is you have been on some of the most serious shows on television. CSI New York, Criminal Minds. These are pretty intense.
Criminal Minds is my favorite show. Tell me the
Shows.
episode. Quiet. I want to hear.
I think it's Rest in Peace, Marina Garrido.
We saw this.
Which happens on that episode? I don't remember.
Where the guy dreams of his mother? Well, tell me what happens in
think
the
I-
episode. Were you allowed to watch
Are
it?
you allowed to watch it?
I didn't. I know the basic outline.
Give it to me.
Basically, girl comes into the office or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, come on. I love this show.
She,
I'm going to pressure you.
I don't know, her grandfather died or
Right.
something.
Okay.
I might be
You look
confused.
familiar.
This could be CSI New York that I'm talking
You're
about.
confusing all of
I'm
all
confused
of
because
your
I did it when I was
procedural-
like 7.
Well,
My
you
brain
were so
wasn't
young.
fully
That was
What was
so
your-
long
what was
ago.
My brain wasn't fully developed.
What was your role? What was your role on the show on Criminal Minds? What did you do?
I think I got murdered.
You got murdered.
I love
Oh
dying.
my
It's
God,
so
you
much
love
fun.
dying.
Gunshots the most fun because you get all the fake blood.
How many times have you been killed?
5.
You've been killed 5 times.
Yeah, I like gunshot, but drowning was fun because I love swimming.
You drowned too.
I drowned
How
too.
many
And he
ways-
could get his hair wet.
So wait a minute. You've been shot. You've drowned. How else have they killed you off on these shows?
Shot, drowned. That's pretty much
Pretty
the
much
thing.
Sounds like my hometown,
Wow.
Paterson, New Jersey.
Like her kids can't even sit through 5 minutes of Criminal Minds.
Oh, yeah,
And
they
they're
get all freaked out, but they
won't
watch
even do
all that
it.
other crap with
So
Grimm and all that.
You
It's
were on
scary.
Medium also. These are all
Medium,
very
yeah.
serious shows. And then I see a little comedy here, Family Guy.
Yeah, I'm called into Family Guy about once a month.
Yeah, to do
It's
some
fun.
Different
Lots of fun.
characters.
Different characters, little parts. I normally just say, "Mommy, Daddy."
I need. Now,
Good.
do you give your parents an allowance? That's what I want to
No,
know.
I do not.
Oh.
But they don't give me an allowance. I have to
There
fend
you
for
go. So you
myself.
don't give them. Don't give
I
them
don't
an
give them
allowance.
anything.
That's right. Don't give them anything until they give it to you.
I feel like we got to find a way to kill you by the end of this interview just to stay consistent
You
here.
will. No, I will. I'm going to bring in another daughter. So I have another daughter.
I'm all right.
All right. So
What's
no.
Children's Hospital? I don't know this.
Children's
this show.
Hospital
new
is
hospital. It's a new show.
it's a little show on Adult Swim.
right? Yeah,
Exactly.
Adult Swim. We should ask you about this movie coming out in December. Could you tell us a little something about it?
It's
Parental guidance.
It's Parental Guidance is a movie for everybody. It's about the grandparents who come to babysit the kids. Let's just say a whole lot of fun and crazy things happen.
Such
don't wanna
as?
get
Like here.
Anyone get
Birds
shot or drowned?
True.
No. Anyone get shot or drowned?
No.
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 Okay.
All right.
It's a PG movie.
Oh, so my kids can.
It
come
hasn't
see
been rated yet, but I'm guessing it's going to be PG.
So the movie Parental Guidance, it's got Billy Crystal and Bette Midler.
Yeah, they were so much fun to work with. With Bette,
10.
we had to do a scene where we were out of breath. So we had like a little dance thing, and we didn't hear the director, Andy Fickman, say action. So we're going, and the cameras are rolling. We had no idea.
That's a true story. That's unbelievable.
It was quite funny. They still have it on film. They have it on film.
So it's an outtake.
In 50 years, it'll be in the Parental Guidance 50th Anniversary Edition. It'll be in the deleted
And you'll
scenes.
be here, and I'll be just a memory.
Wow, you thought that far ahead. That's pretty good.
Sonny?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But you know what? Don't forget us. Just don't forget us.
I won't forget you. This was awesome.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much for being with us.
Thank
Joshua
you.
Rush, ladies and
Joshua
gentlemen.
Russ, ladies and gentlemen, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. What does Apple have to do with anti-Semitism?
I am America's sweetheart, Mark Saffron. That story will be coming up.
It is now time for one of our favorite segments. You're dead to me. As you know, when Jews fight, they fight, and it's bad.
It's bad.
It's
I've
bad.
heard.
They stop talking to each other. And joining us now on the program is our returning Dead to Me champion, my mother, Ruth Harris. There she is in New York and Long Island.
You look great, Ruth.
Thank you.
Now, we know there are over 10 people and counting dead to you. Who is dead to you, and for what reason this week?
This segment is a cousin of mine.
Cousin.
Yes, I have a cousin who I was very, very close with. I may start crying when I talk about her.
That's okay.
Ray likes that.
We spoke to each other every single day, I'd say for about 40 years. She just passed away, but that's not who's dead to me.
Well, she is dead to you.
We were at a wedding approximately 6 years ago, and my daughter and my son-in-law came, and we took our little grandchild because we had nowhere to. She was 2 years old, Madison. We had no babysitter for her, so we asked the relatives if she can come, and they said yes. We were sitting at the table, and evidently they didn't want to sit with us for some reason. Maybe because my grandchild was there. She was a child. I don't know. So they asked us to move. Her daughter asked us to move, not her. And I said, no, I'm not moving. This is the place setting they gave us. And the wedding was my cousin's great niece, who's my second, third cousin, whatever you want to call her. And evidently they didn't invite their children. My cousin's grandchildren. They didn't invite them. So maybe they were a little upset that my granddaughter was there and my granddaughter was sitting at the table, whatever. Okay.
And you wouldn't move. It was your place.
Right. It was my place. Well, I didn't have any place to move anyway. There was no empty tables there. The tables were all full. They asked me to move. Anyway, what happened was at the end of the wedding, when the wedding was almost over, there's another cousin there who's dead to me. And was dead to them. Nobody talks to this cousin. And my daughter decided to talk to her.
Stacy.
Yes, that's her name. Stacy decided to talk to her. And look, she's her own person. She wanted to talk to her. Let her talk to her. It's fine with me.
Right. You weren't mad.
It wasn't really fine, but this is what she wanted, and that was it. And my other cousin does not talk to her. None of them talked to her. So at the end of the wedding, after Stacy spoke to her, the daughter came over to my daughter and started going ballistic on her. Why did you talk to her? You have some nerve. And she went on and on and on. And I knew that I had to defend my daughter, and my daughter started crying. That's how bad it was. And I said, Stacy, let's say goodbye. We never have to talk to them again. So the only person I was upset about not talking to was my cousin's mother, who we were closer than sisters, closer than cousins, whatever you want to call it. We had a fantastic relationship, both of us. It was like...
But just like you took your daughter's side, your cousin had to take her own daughter's side.
Right. And I didn't speak to them for years, and every day I would cry, and it was awful because I was devastated. 2 years ago, the grandson of her son, not her daughter, was getting married, and it was an engagement party. So so they invited me. And I figured it was a mistake. You know how people have labels now, and they just stick them on envelopes.
Yeah.
So I had Stacy call my cousin, not my cousin who I was close with, but the father of the groom, so to speak. And she says, "Is it a mistake? You really want my mother there?" Because none of them spoke to me for 5 years. So they said, yes, they want me there, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, I'll go, because I really wanted to see my cousin. So I went and I spoke to my cousin, and I tried speaking to her daughter, and her daughter did not want to talk to me. She's the one who did it, and I was willing to make up with her.
Wow, you were willing to make up.
Right. I gave her an olive branch. She didn't want to. And that was it. So I will never talk to them again.
So she's dead to you. Good for you. Good for you,
Wow.
Ruth.
All because Stacy spoke to this other cousin at a wedding.
All because she went ballistic on my daughter. And she really went ballistic on her. She really was terrible.
All right, thank you very much. We got to take
We
a
love
break.
you.
Ruth Harris, ladies and gentlemen, our Dead to Me champion. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show. Joining us now, we have the anchor of JLTV, host of the J Report, our good friend Brad Pomerantz. Brad, it's so good to see you.
I have to tell you though, I'm a little disappointed.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little disappointed because, you know, I'm not here usually during tape days. And all I hear about is what great lunches James and Sunda serves. The one day I'm here, you're calling pizza.
This is true.
I mean, the audacity. It's a conspiracy against me.
It's a conspiracy against you.
Specifically.
Obviously, you don't eat.
I don't know about that, but come on, where's Chef Humaha?
Kurt Chef.
Where is he?
Chef Kurt, right.
Where
He
is
gets
he?
dyslexic.
Today he's
Today
not
he's
here.
looking at
It's
ovens.
because I'm here. It's a
He's looking at
conspiracy.
ovens, she
Yes.
says.
Because I'm Jewish.
Because you're Jewish. He's was he Austrian?
You're right. Today we ordered pizza.
Today we ordered
We've had
pizza.
like pasta,
I know.
garlic bread.
I know,
and
prime ribs.
prime ribs and
Shrimp. Oh, no, we don't have
fillets.
shrimp here.
No shrimp.
We were kidding.
Pork.
He's joking. He's talking about poke. You know, we have no poke up here.
Spare ribs.
Spare ribs. Oh God, I'm so hungry. I have to cook dinner when I get home. I
was
can't do
gonna
it.
say.
How do you balance it all? By the way, how do you balance kids and being on TV and keeping your kids straight? Because at least you have animation. You know, you are able to
try.
engage your kids. They listen to you. They don't listen to me.
It's a challenge. It is a challenge. I think the fact that I'm not an actor, but I'm a newscaster, it's a little different. So my kids don't get the sense that I'm famous or anything. They're a bit grounded. You know, we have friends, of course, who are actors, and we go out with them, and they're constantly being stopped. You know, if I get stopped, lucky, once a month, and I think it's from high school, they recognize me from high school, not because I'm on television. You know, so.
And how scary is it to see people from high school who don't look as good as you? Because I know it's happened to you.
You know,
God.
but here's the thing. It's only because I have my hair. That's it.
You think that's all it is?
Just because I have my hair.
Then I'm in trouble.
But I have a secret. I have a secret for you. You see this hair?
Yes.
It's really gray. I went gray at 25.
Really?
25. The bottle has been good to me.
Honey, as long as
The bottle
it's with you.
has been good to me.
Can you do your own?
I have been. I have been doing my own. I used to go to the Shishi Beverly Hills.
Why bother when you can do for roots only?
Exactly, for roots only, or
That's
one of those
it.
formulas, you
I have
know.
no idea what this is.
You will learn in
But
the
see,
next
you may
years.
be a
I
little
won't
hair
even need it 'cause it'll
follically
be
challenged, but you're not gray. But that's the thing. I can see 2 gray hairs.
So I won't have to even, maybe I'll have to dye my scalp.
But I'm gonna
eventually.
see. I don't know. It's a trade-off. You got your hair, you're gray. You don't have your hair, but you're
I'd rather have the hair. and
Well, you
go gray.
barely. It's just barely.
No,
Come
she
on.
says it's going.
I never said you were going
You
bald.
always say it's going.
He says I say his nose is big, he's going blind. I didn't say
She
these
makes
things.
fun of my nose constantly.
Okay.
Constantly.
See, I'm glad, just for the record, that I have a headshot, like a single shot, whatever the term is, because the side shot for me is a disaster.
Really?
Whoop!
No day at the
His
beach
nose
for
is
me
okay.
either.
And then I tell her, so I'm going to get a nose job. And she says, why would you get a nose
Okay,
job?
my daughters, talk about daughters. My daughters have said to me, you need a nose job.
Really? They've actually
They said
told-
it?
Absolutely,
There
because
goes Beverly
I may
Hills.
not have a bump,
Yeah, I have a
but
bump.
you know, feel free to take the side shot. Whoop! It's a Pinocchio
I
nose.
think it's a great nose.
I think it's a
got
fine
real
you're
nose.
point in
looking
your
at,
nose.
you're looking at me head on. Come to the side.
I got to take a look here.
This is, you have nose envy. He
Am
has
I
nose
wrong?
envy.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're
I'm
definitely
not wrong. See,
You're not wrong.
I told you.
You're not wrong. I feel a little better now. I feel a little better
I'm
now.
telling you, it's
Wow.
not the bump, but it's the length.
Side or front, I'm in
See, I
trouble.
disagree.
I'll
This
take
is
bump
fine.
and length. I'm good for anything when
And
it
then,
comes to a Jewish
Sunda,
man.
if she was white, that nose would never work.
That's what my friend Stacey
You
Hatzis
have
used
a
to
fine
say.
nose.
Yeah,
Did you
but
have
if
an
I was
NJ?
white,
Did you have an NJ?
no.
You've never had an NJ.
I never had an NJ.
NJ.
I have
like
to tell
it.
you one thing. I told you this already. So I think you look phenomenal. Okay.
Thank you.
And part of it is because, you know, there are men out there who like women with the natural look. You know the guys like that. I'm not one of them. I am absolutely not one of them. The more fake eyelashes, the more everything, the more verpitzt.
I'm with you.
Verpitzt?
Verpitzt, I don't know this word. This may be a more.
You speak Yiddish.
Verpitzt?
Verpitzt is like, you know,
Plastic
turned on.
surgery didn't happen until.
No, but it's not. It means like you're all dulled up. It's, you know, like you're verpitzt.
I'm sorry.
Talk
I
to
feel,
your dad.
I'm
You
embarrassed
gotta
now.
talk to your
I'm
dad.
a
You should
fraud.
be embarrassed. You're
I'm
a
a
fraud.
Yiddish fraud.
I don't know if you all know this, but James Harris speaks fluent Yiddish.
I do.
And
Minus one word.
Minus one. And I got to tell you, it is my biggest regret. My dad's first language was Yiddish.
Really?
And I chastise him to this day for not teaching me Yiddish. It's such a phenomenal language.
It's a shanda.
It is a shanda. The language is dying.
It's a
But he
shanda,
didn't
it's a
teach you.
sunda.
Yeah.
We would say a shuid, which would be more like a shame.
It is. It's a huge shame. So I know, like, you know, Altakaka and
Right.
Meshugana and Verpitzt and.
And he didn't know Verpitzt, and he and his father don't speak English to each other.
See? Now, let me ask you a question, if I
Yes.
may. This apparently I'm taking over the show,
That's
but that's
fine.
okay. So when
Force the habit.
my dad has been to Germany, he speaks Yiddish, and people understand him unless they're Jews who are also pretending to speak German, and they're really speaking Yiddish.
Yeah.
What is that the same for you?
Of all the languages, you know, Yiddish is a sort of collage of
Right,
different
but it's
languages.
mostly German, no?
The German language is the language I would understand most.
Right.
There's still a lot of words in German that are not the
Nothing.
same, because some of the words were Hebrew that evolved into something else, or Polish.
You know what
or
language
Hebrew
we
combined.
should learn? John, who's on camera right now, we
The
just
Amish
did a
guy?
yeah, exactly, Amish. He's from Western PA. We just did a documentary on Sephardic Spain.
Ladino?
Ladino. If you haven't heard about Ladino, it's basically Judeo-Spanish.
Yeah, it is.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
The way I would describe it, it's like Shakespearean Spanish. Meaning the Jews got kicked out, we get kicked out everywhere in 1492.
Who wants us?
Who wants us? In 1492, and that's the Spanish that the Sephardic Jews have spoken for 500 years.
And who is the singer that does those songs in Ladino that is a Yiddish singer, and it's a beautiful, it's on your CD.
It's on my CD.
You have a
I have a
CD?
CD.
I was going to say.
Dude, your not your CD,
I don't
but
know,
the
man.
CD that has Rechala and all that.
Rezala.
Rezala.
I don't know, but I don't know who you're talking about.
Yes, you do. It's beautiful. I
It
can't
is,
help you. I don't
yeah.
speak Yiddish.
Yeah, or Ladino.
Or
I think they're going to be kicking the Jews out of Encino soon.
I was going to say.
it's time for them to go because they're going to complain. They're going to kvetch.
Are you talking about Mandy Patinkin?
Mandy Patinkin did not do one in Ladino.
I have some irrelevant information for you.
We wanna
Speaking
hear
of
it.
Encino. I believe this to be accurate. Encino, the zip code of Encino in which we sit today, has the highest per capita number of Jews living in it.
Really?
I think it's 50%
In the world?
in the world. Probably other than Israel.
Other than New York?
More than New York?
Tough call.
There's something, yeah, I think so. Meaning, because, a zip code's just a small area.
Right.
And so even in New York, it's a beautiful melting pot, so you may not have
Yeah.
50%.
Right.
What about New Jersey, though? I mean,
Jersey's high.
I was going to say.
It's New York, New Jersey, and then
Did you know we air now throughout New Jersey?
my cousins tell me they're in Jersey. The Croonquist family can see it on Comcast down the shore.
Exactly, I forgot
Little
the
Egg
channel.
Harbor.
What's
Comcast
New
channel.
Jersey.
She told me. I can't remember
Yeah.
now, but if we could just
and
get.
we thank Comcast.
We do
We
thank
love
Comcast.
And
We love
DirecTV.
Comcast.
And DirecTV.
And DirecTV.
But what are we going to do about those cable
What about
vision-
Cablevision people?
No comments?
Speechless.
Cablevision. Cablevision. No, we
Let
have to
your
do
local
something about that.
Cablevision
No,
people.
I know.
We have got to talk to Cablevision because we're not saying you don't like Jews. We're just saying you won't have us. And so that's
So
what we
maybe
feel bad
it's
about.
just we Jews. All the other
Jews.
Jews are fine.
All the other Jews,
but it's
but
just
they
our,
need
our
it. They
kind.
want cable. People who get Cablevision, look how high it is in Teaneck, Englewood,
I know.
Is that what
Tenafly.
Cablevision is?
That's where the money
Long
is. That's where
Island.
the Jews
Long
are.
Island.
Long Island also.
I know.
Well, what a way to end the segment, Brad. We are at
You're done with me?
Well, I've been getting the wrap up.
I'm not done.
I was
can
gonna
sit here all
say-
night. We could talk to each other all night. We could do that. We do
You're
that.
done with me.
And
There
you
are
know our
much more-
favorite topics. We could talk about sicknesses and illnesses.
Oh, no.
For days.
For days.
And what about this week in anti-Semitism?
Oh.
I mean,
Oh my God.
Oh,
I send you stuff occasionally.
You do send me something.
Yeah, I got to get off. I'm seeing.
Hey, I think it's personal.
It
You better
is.
get that ointment.
Specifically. The ointment.
But no, your show's tremendous, and you've done a tremendous job with the network, by the way.
I
You have a lot of
appreciate
impact
that.
on the
Yes,
network,
yes.
You guys are my
and it
face.
looks
You
great.
know that.
Every night has like a theme to it. It's beautiful.
try.
It's
Beautiful
great.
work, Brad.
And we're thinking
seriously.
coming in black and white, just like me, black and white.
And we appreciate
Telling you.
We appreciate you coming on, and we hope you'll come back.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Brad.
you.
Brad Palmer,
I'm gonna kiss.
the anchor of Jewish
Mwah!
Live Television.
Tina, did you see that?
Yes.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
Email us your comments at jamesandsunda@gmail.com.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for This Week in Anti-Semitism. As you know, the anti-Semites are watching us, so we're watching them.
That's right.
And joining us, as always, America's sweetheart, our dear friend Mark Zaffron.
Thank you for having me, James Sunda.
Well, Zaffron, there's been a lot going on with Apple, as you know. Last week, our New York bureau chief, Chris Edling, reported that the rabbis in Israel think Jews should be burning their iPhone because the Apple Map application doesn't have Jerusalem as the capital on the application there. And now we have the European Jewish Parliament says Apple should withdraw the Protocols of the Elder of Zion from the App Store. You can download it. And the Jewish Parliament in Europe is now upset with Apple as well. You can get the Arabic version through iTunes.
Big deal.
Big deal.
Big deal.
This is the great anti-Semitic document of all time.
So what? You're going to withdraw the Protocols of the Elders of Zion from the Arab world reading it, and they're going to become less anti-Semitic?
No, but I'm asking more about Apple.
Apple, well,
I
Steve
mean-
Jobs.
True, Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, one of them.
One of them. For those of you who don't know,
Steve Jobs was an Arab.
he was an Arab, yeah. So you think that's what this is about?
No,
No.
I think this is about money.
This is about money.
Right.
Wait, I don't even know if it says in here if it costs
Look,
money.
the Protocols of the Elders of Zion was a book written by the Russian Secret Service. It's the equivalent of L. Ron Hubbard's Scientology and Dianetics, the science of life. And what was his book, his science fiction book? It was Battlefield Earth.
Right, Battlefield
All right? So the Protocols of the Elders of Zion is the 1880 version of Battlefield Earth.
Okay. So you don't think...
Anybody who's going to take it seriously takes it seriously, and anybody who isn't going to take it seriously isn't going to bother to read it. Have you read it?
I haven't read it at all. Have you read it?
Do
Sue?
you
I
find
read the
any
post.
reason to read the Protocols
then
of the Elders of Zion in Arabic?
No, but so why does the European Jewish Parliament, why are they considering possible legal action? What legal action could they
I
possibly
disagree with
consider?
that,
You
by
do
the way.
disagree?
Yeah, I do.
It should be an
Really?
app.
Yeah.
You can download it.
I think you can download anything. I think
Okay.
that anybody who wants to do something stupid is entitled to do it. A man wants to make a video about Mohammed, he shouldn't be arrested.
Right. Okay.
All right? And of course, the corollaries run true too. You shouldn't go run wild about videos or cartoons about Muhammad.
This is very true. Very true. All right, next story. This case just ended. Muslim hotel owner here in our own Los Angeles, right there in Santa Monica.
And our own rabbi was the expert witness.
Was he really?
Yes, Wolpe was the expert witness in this case.
Well, let him
and it was
tell
a
the
member
story.
of
They don't
Sinai
know the
Temple who was the
story.
lawyer.
Quickly, the story is just there was a big, was with Friends of the IDF party
Right.
at a hotel in Santa Monica, and the owner of that hotel is a Muslim from Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
She saw the pro-Israel and Friends of Israel stuff going on in her pool at the hotel, and she kicked them all out.
But
They-
she didn't just kick him out. She said, "Get these effing Jews out of my pool."
Right, she said, get these heaven Jews out of my pool.
To put it nicely.
So they sued because she ruined the party.
And they won.
She was not only forced to pay $1.2 million in damages, she actually had to make a statement, right? She had to actually issue an apology and make a statement. Now, she said she did it because she was concerned. She inherited the hotel from her father, and she was concerned that the family would cut her off.
Right.
And Wolpe testified in this. So
Yeah,
he was there.
Wolpe was the expert witness on anti-Semitism.
That's
Really?
fantastic.
Yeah.
He's going to be on our show next season.
What did he say?
I don't have the transcript.
You don't have the transcript? So what do you think of that? Right there, this Muslim hotel owner, right there in Santa Monica. Will you be going to
You know
this
what
hotel?
amazes me about you is why you're surprised by these things.
I am surprised.
Why
She-
you are surprised that people in today's day and age are still anti-Semitic?
No,
or racist
I'm
or
surprised
something
that
like
that a woman who owns a hotel in Santa Monica
Yeah.
would be surprised that there are Jews at her hotel, and then she would actually kick them out
because they were Jewy Jews.
Still, like,
So
what world does
here
she
we go.
live in?
Here we go. So considering the fact that this is a hotel owned by a good Muslim woman, because she's a good Muslim woman because she hates Jews.
Right.
So if there was adultery in her hotel, she'd allow a stoning to take place in the plaza?
I think so.
Yeah, right. And of course, women can't walk into this hotel without wearing their coverings and everything. So so her Muslimism is limited to what? Her anti-Semitism?
Well, I'm just saying, if you own a hotel or any business in Los Angeles, Jews are going to come, most likely.
If you own a hotel in the United States, it's a place of public accommodation. And you can no longer have signs that say, no Jews, no dogs, no blacks.
Right.
Colors.
And that's the end of it.
America's Sweetheart, his
Please come back and see
one-man
us again.
commentary on the world. The one, the only, Mark Zaffron, ladies
Thank
and
you very
gentlemen.
much.
We got to
Thank
take
you
a
for
break.
being
We'll
here.
be
Thank
right
you.
back. America's Sweetheart.
Thank you.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at The James and Sunda Show.
Well, you know what? What's so funny?
Because we're making believe that this is fresh, but we've been trying to do this
wrap-up
closing,
for a
this
while,
wrap-up for
yeah,
a while.
we keep having
and
issues.
Sue Katz just threw my iPhone on the floor because she's really upset about the
She's
anti-Semitism.
angry.
She's angry. She just threw it to the phone. She was like, "Oi!"
First of all, I just want to say that...
What do you want to say? It's a nice tie.
Thank you
You
very
never
much.
usually match that
Well,
well.
I'm all verpitzt.
You're all verpitzt.
Verpitzt is a Yiddish
Verpitzt
word. It
is
means
a Yiddish
dressed up.
word.
I
It
knew
means
that.
dressed up.
I
You
don't
did
know why
not
I was
know that.
pretending not to know it when Brad was on. But
You didn't know, James. You're losing your ethnicity. You're becoming very California. You're eating veggie burgers. That's what he told me the other day. I call this fool. He's talking about, I'm going to get a veggie burger. I said, for what? To bloat? I mean, what are you going to do with a veggie burger?
Well, because, unlike you, Sunda, I just can't eat, pizza and burgers and French fries every day. I got to get a little healthy.
You're very funny, James. You know I don't eat French fries. And my burgers are kosher and grass-fed.
Is that true?
Grass-fed. A lot of cannabis goes in those cows. All right, let's just say that. Our cows are smoking.
All right.
You see what I did there?
I did see what you did there.
You're not going to say you wrote that, I stole that? I
didn't steal.
You didn't steal?
I mean, that you didn't steal.
He can't remember what joke that I've written.
I can't see. I can't hear. I can't
James,
remember.
you not seeing has
I'm
nothing
deteriorating.
before my eyes.
And, if you noticed, for those of you viewers out there who really were paying attention, if you noticed, there was no Out Sick winner today. And the reason for that is because I won last week, and now our show is under investigation by the Out Sick Advisory Board. They feel like there may have been some foul play or some fraud in the Out Sick
Well, they ought to talk to
sweepstakes.
your doctor at UCLA.
They should, but they didn't say friends, families, and people on the show couldn't play.
I thought that friends and family could play.
I don't know, but now
We have to talk to Brad Pomerantz
There's a
about
whole
this.
scandal. You'll probably read about it in the paper.
And then it's going to be a whole mess, and then we're not going to be able to do that again. But
It looks like
was
it,
a
yeah.
fantastic show today, you have to admit.
It was a great show.
You were so envious over that kid's hair. It was unbelievable.
First of all, I don't know if you should be taking Propecia at 10 years old. Okay? I'm just going to say that. Obviously, the kid's on Propecia and
Or wearing a
Rogaine
wig. We
or
don't
wearing
know.
a wig. There's just no way he's got hair like that.
And he can move it.
And Brad showing off his hair. Everybody's showing off their hair today.
And telling your business.
And telling my business. Even Zaffron's hair was all done up, verpitzt.
It was all verpitzt.
He was
His
all
hair,
verpitzt.
Zaffron's hair was all verpitzt. He was all verpitzt because all he kept talking about was, I got to go pick up the kids. Like that's
he's late.
That's the
He didn't-
biggest job in the world. He wasn't there on
What
time.
do you always say? He always says he's babysitting?
Yeah, he always says he's babysitting.
It's not babysitting when it's your kids.
That's right.
What Sunda says. See, I give you credit. Notice how when I say something you say you said it, as opposed to when you say something I say, you pretend like you thought of it.
But the thing is, I tell my jokes on television and you don't, so people know I do that joke.
Yeah, but I don't tell my jokes. That way no one else will.
Right, that's why nobody else sees you on television telling
Well,
you
look
jokes.
what happened to your Korean nail salon bit.
My Korean nail salon bit hit
It was
over
hijacked.
1 million views.
But not with you doing it.
That's right.
That's right.
No.
Over 1 million views with someone else doing it.
Right. And now
And that's why nobody knows my jokes and nobody ever will.
that's right. You're never going to hear James's jokes.
I'm
That's for
taking them
sure.
with me.
I'm going to still do my nail salon joke because I did it first.
It's yours,
That's
I know.
Right.
And all the comedians know, and they're very on your side and angry at the person who stole
For
it.
hers, why would they be angry? Everybody has a different experience in nail salon. That was her
She
experience.
stole your act. And that's the sort of view of the comedians in the
They
comedy
say she
community.
stole it. I say it's an experience for her.
Well, you're very diplomatic.
I'm very diplomatic.
And if the cameras were off, you'd be calling her all kinds of names.
No, I wouldn't. I would just be like, you know what? Like, when you tell me you're a Swedish and black Jew that looks like a Puerto Rican and was born in Paterson, New Jersey, we're throwing down. Then you're stealing my
Didn't
act. Then we
someone
got
do that?
problems. Someone did do that.
It was me.
No, it wasn't you. It was
No?
somebody else. Who was it that did that? We're not going to say names. We might have her on the
I've
show.
talked about being a Swedish and black Jew before.
No, really. Someone, I said to James, I go, if this girl, first of all, I started noticing parts of my act in her act, and then all of a sudden I said to James, if she starts talking about it, she was like, you're not going to believe this, I'm a black Jew. And then I was like, okay, I go, I'll tell you what, if she brings up the fact that she was raised by a Jehovah's Witness, we got problems.
And she did.
You don't know what it's like being a black Jew raised by a Jehovah's Witness. I was like, well, I'll be damned. That's what I said.
And then the week after she did that, she asked me to introduce her as Sunda.
I wouldn't put it
did.
past anyone.
I
And
wouldn't
you know
put it past
something?
anyone.
The act is just, look, you'll never be me, okay? And you know why? Because you're lucky.
You're lucky.
I wasn't born with that kind of luck. I was just born me, and so that's good.
And you are tremendous.
I am tremendous, and you're tremendous, and that
Thank
tie
you.
is fantastic.
Thank you very much. It was
You look very handsome today.
my designer, fashion coordinator, Rachel
Can you pronounce her last name?
Stotts, correct?
Rachel
S-T-O-T-T-A.
Stotts.
Rachel
Rachel
Stotts.
Stotts.
Yes.
Nice German girl.
She's very influential in this outfit.
I bet you have her dressed in blue with a beer in her hand.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
always drinking.
like a Paulie girl thing.
Like a Paulie girl thing.
Paulie girl, right? Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
Paulie girl. Is that the drink with the, with, you know, she's got the, oh, it's
He
St.
knows because
Paulie
he's always
girl.
drinking. John's always drinking.
No, he's a Rolling Rock boy.
He's always drinking.
He's from Pennsylvania. They drink Rolling Rock in the green.
What
it's
was
a
the last
clean
time
drink.
you were drinking, John?
This morning.
Not this last night.
Wow. But, you know,
Wow.
we had an interesting time.
We had a great show.
We had a great show, and let me tell you, I got a kid that can out-talk that kid. And I
Out-talk,
see
yeah.
them married, and I'm a grandmother already.
It's
and
already
I'm so
done,
happy.
right?
It's done. It's done.
So how long we gotta wait?
I guess now we have to wait legally till 15 in Los Angeles,
Is that
right?
right? Is that right? I think you and the father could each sign certain documents, and we can make this thing happen really fast.
We can get it done fast. I'll be a grandmother. Sean's off the hook, and we're all happy.
You guys could, because sure, Sean, our camera guy,
Sean was the youngest, but not anymore.
was gonna marry the children.
No, not anymore. Sean's not the
You
youngest.
can maybe get over to like Saudi Arabia or a country like that.
My
and
kids are never
get
marrying
these kids
anyone
married
from
right
Saudi.
away.
And if you're listening and you think I'm insulting you, I really am. And you never go. I'm not going to have her walking around wrapped in swaddling clothing with those slits showing through the eyes
Neither
like
of your
that.
kids would ever be wearing that.
Look, I can't even get my daughter to wear a long skirt, so
Oh,
you can't even imagine.
We tell her daughter all the time, so you're going to marry the rabbi's son, you're going to wear a
She's so
shadel,
cute.
you're going to wear a long
And
skirt. And
she
she goes,
screams.
no,
I'm not wearing a long skirt. What does she have against a long skirt?
She's not. She doesn't want to marry the rabbi's son. She doesn't want to be a Rebbitzin.
She has no idea how talented the rabbi's son. Rabbi Mentz's son is gorgeous,
She
by the
doesn't
way.
want to. Well, I wasn't dropping names, but
I wasn't dropping names.
You know
Who told us that?
who? Oh, not to drop names?
Yeah.
What's
his name? De Niro.
Britney Spears.
Britney
Told us
Spears.
not to
Yeah, she
drop
told
names.
us not to drop
Yeah,
names.
right. Do you know what station we're on?
Yeah.
Bart, what station are we on?
That station.
What
Listen,
station? What time are we on?
we are on at 7 and 10 p.m. on Jewish Life Television. Make sure you tune into
No,
James and Sunda.
we're not on at 7 in New York. We're on
Okay.
at 10 p.m.
Okay, we're in LA right now, okay? And
What's my name?
stop it!
What
you
day
know
is it?
Stop it.
What time is it?
James, that's not
What
fair.
year is it? Are you oriented to time, place? What'd you do today?
No, what he's trying to say that
Did you read that
I'm
email I sent you?
scatterbrained.
Did you read that email I sent
When,
you?
James?
When, ladies and gentlemen?
No.
When?
Look, all I'm saying is Twitter us at James and
Twitter
Sunda.
us.
What do you say, tweet us? First of all,
No, Twitter us.
follow the bird, all right, the blue bird. Tweet us at James and Sunda. I'll be on my internet, and I'll be able to find you when you write me. And it's jamesandsunda.com, and you should write us there. And give us all your Dead to Me stories. And we just want to give a special shout out to the 5 towns, Lawrence.
5 towns. Love them so much you'll wish there were 6.
That's right.
where I'm from.
And Paterson, New Jersey, we love you too. Call Cablevision and tell them you want James and Sunda on your JLTV.
All right, that's
And
a
have a
show.
good night.
We'll see you next week. Good night.